Hey guys, and welcome to the Working Money Channel. As we all know, around the world and in the United States specifically, they really are ramping up cryptocurrency regulatory clarity. I mean, they've had so much time to do so, and yet it almost feels like they're kind of rushing it at the 11th hour. I'm not going to spend too much time on this, but I saw this from BondCrypt XRP, basically just another article here saying, the EU is now cracking down on cryptocurrency exchanges. The European Union will propose a new agency to crack down on money laundering and new transparency rules for transfers of crypto assets. EU documents showed on Wednesday as the bloc responds to calls for tougher action to fight dirty money. So, not just in the United States, the European Union as well, looking to really kind of put their stamp on cryptocurrency regulatory clarity. I also saw this, guys, from El Crypto King. Bank of America dives deeper into crypto by creating their own research team. Let's not forget Bank of America is a Ripple client, and so they have built a dedicated cryptocurrency research team, according to Bloomberg. Candace Browning, head of BOA Global Research, described crypto as one of the fastest growing technologies. Here's a quote: "We are uniquely positioned to provide thought leadership due to our strong industry research analysis, market-leading global payments platform, and our blockchain expertise." The research team will be spearheaded by Alkesh Shah, a founding member of the bank's Data and Innovation Strategy Group. As reported by You Today, the second largest bank also began settling stock trades on a blockchain in May. That said, BOA still keeps its crypto investing ban in place, according to CEO Brian Moynihan's recent congressional testimony. Currently, we do not lend against cryptocurrencies and do not bank companies whose primary businesses is in cryptocurrency or the facilitation of cryptocurrency trading and investment. So an interesting stance here, despite the fact that these guys are definitely positive pro-cryptocurrency and the innovation behind the technology. They are also saying, look, we are waiting for that regulatory clarity in order to completely jump into the deep end with regards to allowing our clients to trade cryptocurrencies. Right now, it is still a very speculative asset. Some institutions are getting into the Bitcoin craze, but I think those major investment dollars, that big money, those old dinosaurs that are used to trading in the stock market, they are not going to get into cryptocurrency unless the proper regulations are in place. And, Senator Sheila Warren was appealing to the SEC about this. Guys, I did a video about that this morning. I'll link it up here if you didn't see it. Why it's not all bad, in my opinion. All right, I'm going to switch gears a little bit here. Central banks throughout the world have been looking to utilize XRP's use cases once the SEC storm passes. Now, this article talks a little bit about BitBoy Crypto and his thoughts that he shared, and I think you guys know my opinions on BitBoy by now. Seems like he's 3 years late to the party here. Us in the XRP community, we have already kind of discovered a lot of these things. But anyway, this article goes on to talk about some other things as well. Here's a BitBoy Crypto quote: "The banking cartel has decided that they want XRP to be the token, to be the settlement coin, to be the payment settlement coin for the central banking system." And he also said that, once this SEC lawsuit has passed, the price of XRP will skyrocket. I mean, I do agree with him on that point. And with regards to Bitcoin, we do know that July kicked off with the highest daily spike ever seen in the case of whale movement, as 60,000 BTCs were accumulated in one single day. Over the last 6 weeks, over 100,000 Bitcoin have been bought by these whales. This placed the Bitcoin millionaires' BTC holdings at 9.12 million coins. According to the analyst, this is a sign that the second part of the bull run is coming soon. And so I did recently report on that with regards to the sentiment Bitcoin analysis. But we've got to remember, Bitcoin being that driving force, being that driving asset, is only what is going to propel this speculative market. The other part of this is the real world utility, and I think that is the part that is going to catch a lot of people off guard. Us in the XRP community, who have been doing our research for a very long time, understand that, real world utility is really what's going to drive cryptocurrencies in the future, decades in the future. And so, if you're in it for the short term, and I kind of go back and forth between the short term, the long term on this channel. The short term is great because we can make money right now. This is why we pay attention to Bitcoin. This is why, we buy altcoins, because we can see a lot of growth potential in some of those cryptocurrencies. But the long game, of course, is very important as well. And, to that point, CBDC adoption. This from Caleb Brown. Honest question: does XRP enable, restrict, or is it neutral to the future desired CBDC power? I see a lot of XRP hodlers excited about central banks adopting XRP, so I think it is a legitimate question. And he posted this, guys. This is Augustin Carstens, BIS General Manager. Let me play you this clip of Augustin Carstens talking about CBDCs.
All our analysis on CBDC, in particular for the use of general use, we tend to establish the equivalence with cash. And there is a huge difference there. For example, in cash, we don't know, for example, who's using a $100 bill today. We don't know who is using a 1,000 peso bill today. A key difference with the CBDC is that central bank will have absolute control on the rules and regulations that will determine the use of that expression of central bank liability. And also, we will have the technology to enforce that. Those two issues are extremely important, and that makes a huge difference with respect to what cash is.
So central banks openly trying to gain absolute control over our money. This was tweeted out by Lena Sich here on Twitter. And so clearly a Bitcoin proponent here saying, this is not good. The fact that the power is going to be in the hands of governments. And so, this is part of the reason why a lot of Bitcoin maximalists are down on XRP. But even if you just do a little bit of research, you can find reasons why XRP is going to benefit the entire financial system and not just have such a narrow viewpoint on, something like governments controlling your money. I think it is inevitable that governments are going to, they still hold power over their citizens. And so I think it's just inevitable that this new financial system is coming. There are going to be those ideologues that think Bitcoin only, this is the way to empower the people. But there are a lot of flaws with that specific ideology. Panos here responding to this tweet thread, XRP can be a neutral bridge to CBDCs for cross-border payments and enable instant settlement and other benefits. So he's just outlining a document from Ripple's website. CBDCs could also simplify and reduce the cost of payment and remittances while forming the basis for more efficient, more secure interbank payment networks. However, in order to improve cross-border payments and remittances, more is needed to be done. Imagine the Fed accepting China's CBDC or the opposite. This is never going to happen, not to mention countries with inflation problems. A CBDC is still a liability and actually an IOU. That's why a neutral and open bridge currency is needed to really make cross-border money transfers effective and efficient. XRP is known to be perfectly suited for cross-border payments because it enables the exchange of two currencies, acting as a neutral bridge without any risk and having to trust it. And all these in seconds, and without the need of banks to hold foreign currencies in Nostro and Vostro accounts. So XRP obviously being sourced to have that liquidity, to leverage that liquidity, to transfer one currency to another. Perfect for CBDCs, no matter what currency it is. And it doesn't just have to be converting cryptocurrencies, it can be converting anything. Fiat, gold, anything of value can be transferred on the XRPL. We also have Anders L. down here saying, the World Economic Forum wrote in their CBDC toolkit paper that XRP was most relevant to wholesale CBDC. So there's your answer, a liquidity bridge. And for those of you guys who may not remember this report, this came out back last year, January of 2020, the Central Bank Digital Currency Policy Maker Toolkit. I will link this in the description of the video for those of you guys who are interested. Let me just find it. It's right down here, most relevant for wholesale CBDCs. As you guys can see, crypto assets designed for inter or intra-bank payments and settlement. And then they give some examples here, JPM coin, which we know has a whole slew of problems associated with it, considering it's likely that other banks, competitors of JP Morgan Chase, will not want to utilize JPM coin. We do have that agnostic cryptocurrency as another example that the World Economic Forum mentions, and that is XRP. Vecta XRP down here saying, it would likely function as a liquid bridge asset to settle payments across different CBDCs cross-border. There are other platforms and coins that can do so, but none are really in as much as Ripple and XRP, and none are as liquid. So this is the other thing, right? The partnerships that Ripple has been building over the years, these guys already have their foot in the door. And so, more so now than ever, does it look like Ripple and XRP are going to be that standard, or at least one of the major standards that are going to be fueling this financial system. I don't think things are quite so doom and gloom for the foreseeable future regarding CBDC/XRP or what have you, but I do think XRP will be on the side of this new order of global payments/financial control. control and the Orwellian aspects of it, but I don't care. I'm here for the money. This, guys, I think sums it up quite nicely. Who's here for the money? Put up your hand or put it down in the comments, because I can't see if your hand is raised or not. Let me continue, guys. This from Wrath of Kahneman. So we got that Ripple report that was just released a couple of days ago, and he points out something to take note of here. Interesting to see this January article from Ripple now. Wallets were primed, ? In the description of multi-currency issuance. Take note of the very last section to understand the advantages XRP has over stablecoins. So there was this debate, and if we go back to this article from back in January, talking about bridging a multi-asset future, the XRPL has an integrated decentralized exchange, or a DEX, that allows neutral counterparty-free digital assets like its native XRP to be seamlessly exchanged to and from issued assets, including stablecoins. Among its unique features is the payment interoperability, which enables payments among those holding and receiving assets to minimize cost and work seamlessly when sufficient liquidity is available. While neutral assets and stablecoins alike can be used to settle a payment, stablecoins have an issuer as a counterparty that does not allow them to interoperate across payment networks. XRP, on the other hand, can be sent directly without needing a central intermediary, making it best suited to bridge two different currencies quickly and efficiently. So it's built for this exact purpose. Built for payments, XRP also can be leveraged to conduct complex transactions like foreign exchange, as we know, as banks and regulators increasingly shift towards a multi-asset future. Understanding the benefits of public blockchain networks becomes critical. And so, to the point of these wallets, this is just, in my opinion, the next step that Ripple has probably been planning for a long time now. Integrating this, making this widespread, and having the world essentially, the big players in the space essentially adopt this type of not so much new technology, but just this way of thinking about currency transactions. And, it's an entire educational process. Wanted to thank the Wrath of Kahneman real quick for pointing that out. And if you guys ever had any doubts about where XRP is going to be positioned in this new world financial system, I think you have to take a look at this, guys. I saw this from Real XRP Boy here on Twitter, and this is a perfect example of how actions speak louder than words. He writes here, ever wonder why this video was wiped? And so this is a video that was originally posted to Bloomberg, and Ripple did put an article about this on their Insights blog back in 2013, how Ripple plans to take on Bitcoin. Now the article, we'll get back to that in a second. If you guys look here, building a new global currency, how Ripple plans to take on Bitcoin, this from Bloomberg.com, and all we can find here is this screen grab from this video. Now I took to Reddit and I was trying to find this video, and if you click on this link over here, it brings you to a 404 page not found. Our apologies, we're unable to find the page you are looking for. And so, of course, what I thought was, let's go back to the Wayback Machine and see if we can find this specific video. So what I'm doing is I'm copying this link here. And, if you put it in the Wayback Machine, browse history, you can find, this is an internet archive for those of you guys who do not know, where you can find old web pages that were posted online and see if there is an archived version of them. And as you guys can see in 2013, 2014, 2015, 2016, there is some evidence of some archived pages. And to be quite honest with you, I went to a lot of these and the link just still isn't available. Well, the link is available, but in terms of this video here, wait a minute. Is this going to go? Okay, I don't think this is going to go. And this is basically what I have been realizing here is that this video has been wiped from the archives. Now, I think this is the closest I've actually come to something popping up here, which seems to look like a video here. But ultimately, I was going to a lot of those links. I didn't go to all of them. So if you guys want to take that URL and put it into the Wayback Machine and check every single one of those links, maybe you will have some more luck. But I couldn't find this video, and I did try a whole bunch of them. I even looked up the title, guys, in Google here, November 1st, Bloomberg. I just basically copied the entire title to see if someone else posted it. And as you guys can see here, there is a Facebook link which originally took me to that, but now it's asking me to sign in, and that is not a language I understand. Essentially just bringing me to a page which showed this icon and the link as well, but ultimately just brought me back to the same 404 page. But then I thought, okay, so let's go to Ripple.com, how Ripple plans to take on Bitcoin. So what I did was I went here, and just did a quick search for how Ripple plans to take on Bitcoin. And you guys can see the Insights blog is still listed on their website. But as you guys can see here, Ripple Labs CEO Chris Larsen discusses how the company plans to take on Bitcoin with Deidre Bolton on Bloomberg Television's Money Moves. And that is all you get. Just a headline and a brief description on what the article's about. No other information about this article, even from Ripple's own website. Now, you can click a lot of these other links and you get full articles here with regards to National Bank of Egypt and Lulu International Exchange unlocking financial inclusion, right? You get full blog posts here from Ripple's website, the Q1 2021 market report here, right? You get a full update here with a lot of information, yet this only gives us a brief description, the title, which begs the question, right? Why is Bloomberg wiping this from the internet? Why do they not want any kind of trace that Ripple is going to be the king of cryptocurrencies coming down the pipe? Again, this was from 2013, and if you look at the Wayback Machine, this article, I believe, was up on their webpage until 2016. As late as 2016, I could see an archive of this. So is there something bigger at play here? Was the Bitcoin community involved? Did money exchange hands to remove this particular video from Bloomberg.com? Or do we have to dig even deeper than that? Could it be that Bloomberg was pressured to take down this story because the plans for a new financial system, including RippleNet and XRP, have been orchestrated from the beginning, and they just don't want us to know? I mean, it's a possibility. Tell me down in the comments what you guys think. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like the video if you like the content I'm providing. I always love hearing your comments. See you in the next one, guys.